And we're back. Now, I just shot a story that my mom told about how she had someone who was kidnapped in her family tree, and ultimately we wouldn't be here. And that was a teenager, a female teenager that was kidnapped, ultimately became part of the family tree on my mom's side. That's dark and fascinating enough, only to come here for Thanksgiving and then my dad's telling me a similar story on his side of the family tree. So I want to have him tell what you know about it.
Okay, this would be my great-great-grandmother. Well, at the age of 13, they lived in the mountains of Tennessee, where she was kidnapped by a mountain man, a French mountain man by the last name was Stallion. He kidnapped her and took her up into the mountains.
And how old was she?
She was 13 at
13.
the time. Well, it took her dad and her brother 4 months to track them down, and once they'd found them, well, they killed Stallion and brought my great-great-grandmother, whose name was Elmira. They brought her back home, which they later found out that she was pregnant by Stallion. She ended up keeping the baby, raising the baby, named him David, which he took on her last name, Shell, instead of the Stallion. So I guess in reality, I would really be a Stallion now, but I'm a Shell. But yeah, he ended up being my great-great-grandfather. And so that's that story.
It's crazy. It's as you were saying, here's what I was thinking, like almost kind of in left field about it. But when we took MyHeritage, or when I took my and I know you've got 23 in the mail right now. You've already done 23. We're going to, hopefully by Christmas or something, we'll get the results. But the way MyHeritage does the results, it's basically Dutch, French, and German are kind of just grouped together. So it's like, well, that's part of our DNA then. Like that French got mixed in with the German and Dutch, and but like that is our last name would be Stallion, like instead of Shell.
Yeah.
Like that is so weird that we would have a French last name had that been a legitimate marriage.
Yeah.
But it's just so weird, like that on both sides of my family, just about as high up on the family tree, we've got teenage girls that were kidnapped, and therefore they become. So again, how was she related to you, Elmira, that was kidnapped?
She would be my great-great-great-grandmother.
Okay. And then it's almost exactly the same place in the family tree on both sides of my.
Yeah.
That we've got this.
I guess it would have put it back in 1820s maybe.
Man.
when it happened.
And and you said they killed the guy.
They killed him.
They killed him.
Yeah. No trial. You just go out, you kill them, and they took Elmira back home.
Man. So on both sides of my family tree, and I'm really just now like understanding this at the same weekend on Thanksgiving 2017, that like, what a dark story, what a tragic story. But who out there watching these videos would think there's no way anything like that ever happened in my family tree? I think that's the takeaway. If you're taking these DNA tests, you figured it out by now. This was been the history of the world. Like that's what got us here modern day. Like that, those stories are awful and they're tragic, but they're not the only occurrences in our family tree. It's just a matter of how high you want to climb the family tree. You're just going to find more stories like this, maybe even worse stories like this. And it's not to downplay it. It's just to almost, I guess, pay respect to the people that came before us and what they went through to get us here. And it's important not to ignore that, but to acknowledge it and think, you know what? I can be grateful I'm alive here today. Life can be pretty rough at times, but man, look what it took to get us here. So there we go. Now you know the story. Another teenage kidnapping in my family tree on both sides, about the same ranking in the family tree. And a special thanks for my dad for being a special. Oh, someone had commented. They said that I'm a clone of you. Someone said that. Oh. And you've got several comments from people saying that you're a very good-looking man.
Well, thank you.
So that hasn't happened once. It's happened many times. So I wanted to say that on camera.
Okay.